ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मुखां करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातम् अहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So after listening to Gopi Geet and after listening to Chaurastakam, one can safely say that Vrindavan has manifested here today. And looking at the beautiful arrangements which Ajay Prabhu and his team have done here, we truly feel the presence of Vrindavan over here today, right? So Vrindavan is Krishna's home, right? Vrindavan is Krishna's home. There is a very famous proverb which says that home is where the heart is. Have you heard this before? Home is where the heart is. Therefore, Vrindavan is Krishna's home and Vrindavan is Krishna's heart. In Vrindavan, nobody considers Krishna to be God. This is the beautiful secret of Srimad Bhagavatam. God doesn't like to be God. He doesn't like to display his godhood. In Vrindavan, everybody considers Krishna to be an ordinary child. Their primary relationship with Krishna is that of a son. Their primary relationship is that of a lover, of a mother, right? Or a friend. But nobody considers Krishna to be God. And this is what Krishna actually likes. He doesn't like to display his godhood. He likes to reciprocate loving relationships with his loved ones. So this is the month of Kartik. And so many of Krishna's wonderful pastimes took place in this month. And the sweetest of pastimes is the pastime of Damodar. How did Krishna get this name Damodar? So this pastime took place in the month of Kartik, especially on Deepavali day. So this pastime took place on Deepavali day. It was early morning. Complete darkness had surrounded Vrindavan. It was not yet sunlight. Mother Yashoda was sleeping in her room with baby Krishna. So Mother Yashoda was sleeping in her room with baby Krishna, and a soft breeze of wind swept through the window and touched Mother Yashoda's cheeks. Sensing that it is morning time, Mother Yashoda got up. She took Krishna, who was hugging her, she took him away from her lap and she put him in the side of the bed. She got up. She realized it was Deepavali morning. She had a lot of work to do. She had sweets to make for Krishna. So many things to do. So she got ready quickly and she went into the kitchen of Nanda Bhavan. Now the kitchen of Nanda Bhavan was not an ordinary kitchen. It was a huge kitchen. There were many maids and servants who were cooking over there. Yashoda did not need to lift a single finger. All she had to do was to call the maids and instruct. But when it came to Krishna, when it came to cooking for Krishna, she wanted to do it herself. Everything had to be perfect. It was not about taste. It was about mixing the magic ingredient of mother's love in the cooking. So Mother Yashoda in the morning, she came into the kitchen and she started supervising all the ingredients which were already kept there the night before. It was Diwali day, so she wanted to make special sweets for Krishna. Krishna had a sweet tooth. He has a sweet tooth. And Mother Yashoda knew that the sweets Krishna had to be a little sweeter than normal because he wanted it that way. Krishna wants his sweets a little more sweeter than normal. So Mother Yashoda wanted to ensure that the sweets are exactly the way Krishna wanted. And when Krishna ate those sweets and he gave that sweet smile, that is all that Mother Yashoda wanted. And the king of all the ingredients in the kitchen was one. What was the king of all the ingredients? Milk. Milk. Milk was the king of all the ingredients. Right? Milk was used to make everything. So Mother Yashoda had a very proper, ingenious plan to get the best milk for Krishna. It is said that Nanda Bhavan had 9 lakh cows. Out of these 9 lakh, Mother Yashoda had selected 8 special robust cows. Now these cows were given a special grass known as Padma Gandha grass. Padma Gandha means Padma means lotus and Gandha means fragrance. So these cows, these 8 specially selected cows were given Padma Gandha grass, which smelled like lotus. 7 cows were fed this Padma Gandha grass. And the milk from the 7 cows were used to feed the 8th cow. And the milk from the 8th cow, which had special fragrance like Padma Gandha, was specially kept for Krishna. So this was Mother Yashoda's plan to get that magic ingredient. That morning, Mother Yashoda entered the kitchen. There were so many fires already running, so many stoves were already running. So Mother Yashoda went from stove to stove to stove, supervising what is happening. And when she was completely satisfied that everything is okay, she decided now the time has come that I should sit and churn butter for Krishna. Krishna was mad after butter. And Mother Yashoda wanted to make butter from that special Padma Gandha milk for Krishna. Right? Because Mother Yashoda always had a feeling that her butter was not good enough. Because Krishna was always going to other people's houses and stealing butter. So today Mother Yashoda decided that today I will make the best butter in the whole world. So she sat over there in the center of the kitchen. In the center of that huge kitchen there was a king-size urn. And in this king-size urn there was freshly prepared yogurt. And in the middle of the urn there was a wooden stick. And to this wooden stick there were attached 2 ropes. And to those 2 ropes there were attached 2 pieces of silk cloth so that Mother Yashoda could get a proper grip. Mother Yashoda sat down and caught hold of those 2 pieces of silk cloth just like a warrior catches the reins of a horse ready to fight. And she started pulling and pushing, pulling and pushing. The yogurt in the urn started making a slight splashing sound. Mother Yashoda sat on a stool next to that urn. And as she was whirling and twirling the liquid yogurt in the pot, it is described that her earrings were also, her bell-shaped earrings were also tinkling, making a tinkling sound. Her feet caught the rhythm and she was going tuck, tuck, tuck in that manner. Her bangles were clanging and the whole mood became extremely musical. Mother Yashoda started singing songs about Lord Krishna. Now these songs which Mother Yashoda sang, these were not ordinary songs. These were memories of hers with Krishna which she put into lyrics, and she was singing that song as she was churning the butter. And all the maid servants in the kitchen were listening to that song. And by evening, this used to happen every day. And by evening, the song which Mother Yashoda was singing in the kitchen in the morning were on the lips of the Brijvasis across Vrindavan by evening. The news and the song had spread. So Mother Yashoda was churning the butter. It is described that she was wearing a saffron sari, a saffron color sari. And in her hair there were malati flowers. When the maid servants saw Mother Yashoda in this manner, they thought that this is exactly like a sannyasi. Why? Because her body was engaged in the service of Krishna, her mind was engaged in thinking about Krishna, and her lips were engaged in glorifying Krishna. So they looked, and she looked exactly like a sannyasi. The malati flowers on top of Mother Yashoda's hair, they started thinking that this is such a great personality, that she is singing Krishna's glories. We don't deserve to be on top of her head. So they decided to drop one by one at her feet. They started dropping one by one at her feet. Now this went on for some time. All of a sudden, the music stopped. The churning stopped. The earring clanging stopped. The bangle sound stopped. And all of a sudden, Mother Yashoda opened her eyes because little baby Krishna had got up. And he had come and he was holding the churning rod in his hand. It so happened that because Mother Yashoda was singing these songs, baby Krishna, who was in the other room, had got up. He got up, he crawled out of bed and he crawled on fours and he came in front of Mother Yashoda. And he got hold of the churning rod in one hand and her sari in the other hand, as if to say, enough. You have now done enough. Now please take care of me. Mother Yashoda, with her motherly instincts, she completely understood. And she took Krishna in her arms and she started feeding Krishna her breast milk. Now when she was feeding Krishna the milk which was boiling on the stars, they are also conscious. They are also conscious. So the milk which was boiling on the stars, they started thinking that Mother Yashoda's love for Krishna is unlimited. Krishna's appetite is also unlimited. So if Krishna keeps on drinking Mother Yashoda's milk, who will drink me? This is what the milk which is boiling on the stars are thinking. Who will drink me? So what are you? My life is so useless. So they decided to boil over and commit suicide. So the milk which was boiling on the stove decided to boil over and fall into the fire. They said, my life is useless because we are of no use to Krishna. Mother Yashoda was feeding Krishna for some time. Then suddenly she got the smell of burning milk because the stoves were boiling over. And she got the sound of crackling sound as if the milk is boiling over. So she immediately took Krishna and she put him down because obviously she had to save the Padmagrantha milk, right? So she put Krishna down and she went over there to save the milk. Now Krishna was there and he was thinking, just now I was enjoying so much, how dare my mother put me down? How dare can she stop my enjoyment? I must do something. She cannot stop me like that. I will teach her a lesson. So what he did, he looked around the kitchen and he saw a pestle stone. He took that pestle stone and he threw it on the pot which Mother Yashoda was churning. And obviously the pot broke. And from that pot, the liquid curd, the butter which had been partly churned, all flowed from the pot and formed a big puddle around Krishna's feet. Now Krishna is standing in the puddle of butter and milk. But Krishna has not had enough. He said, this is not enough to teach my mother a lesson. I have to do something more. But before that, he had to jump across the puddle which had been created over there. So he tried to jump. He jumped across the puddle, but because the puddle was so big, he fell in the puddle again and his feet were full buttery. And he started running towards the storeroom. But because his feet had butter on it, the footprints of Krishna were very visible running into the storeroom. Krishna ran into the storeroom. And when he reached the storeroom, he saw that in the storeroom, there were so many pots of butter, so many pots of curd which are hanging. And he thought, now I have to teach mother a greater lesson. So what he did, he had a mischievous smile and he took the stone and he started breaking all the pots which were hanging over there.
And he started tasting the butter one by one. And all the pots, in a small period of time, all the pots were broken. He took butter from each pot, curd from each pot, he tasted a little and he threw it on the walls. He took the pots and he threw it in the corner till it was completely broken. Then he took one pot and ran outside into the backyard. By now, Mother Yashoda had finished her cleaning of the milk and she came back to the spot where she was churning the milk. And she understood that Krishna has done this. But to the great surprise, she smiled. She was wondering that how come I didn't hear any sound when Krishna was breaking the pot? And she thought to herself that for sure Krishna, my little Krishna is so intelligent. Just look, he has broken the bottom of the pot. He has not broken the top of the pot. Because breaking the bottom of the pot means that because the pot is so full, it will cause maximum damage and least sound. Maximum damage and least sound. So she was thinking like that. And as she was thinking like that, she realized that the milk is actually the pot, the milk and the butter is all got wasted. And suddenly her mood changed. She said, now actually I'm thinking like that, but actually I should teach Krishna a lesson. But where is Krishna? And so she saw his footprints leading into the storeroom. And she walked up to the storeroom. And when she went into the storeroom, she let out a scream. Because it was like entering a crime scene. Everything was broken. She didn't know what to do. She sat down over there and on a stool with her head on her head. And because of the scream, all the maid servants in the kitchen also gathered there. And they also were chattering with each other. Mother Yashoda decided, this is too much. Now I have to punish Krishna. She went to a cupboard which was close by and she took out a stick and she said, I will beat Krishna with this. And she saw the footprint marks. The footprint marks were leading out into the backyard. So she went into the backyard and she looked out of the kitchen, out of the window, and there she saw Krishna in the backyard with a butter pot in his hand, and he is standing on top of a local and he is throwing that precious Padma Ganga butter to all the monkeys over there. And she became even more angry. So she ran out with a stick. And Krishna could not see her because he was facing the monkeys. And Mother Yashoda is coming closer and closer to Krishna with a stick. But the monkeys over there could see Mother Yashoda. So they started running here and there. Krishna is wondering why they are running. Just now they were so happy, chattering, eating the butter. And when he looked in the eyes of one of the monkeys, he could see the reflection of Mother Yashoda behind, who was coming with a stick in her hand. Mother Krishna looked behind and he saw that yes, Mother Yashoda is coming to punish me. He jumped off the ukhal, he threw the pot and he started running. Krishna had never known fear in his life. For the first time, he understood that this mother, who just some time back was loving me so much, is now coming to punish me. He started running. Mother Yashoda started running behind Krishna. And they had a big chase like that. Now the flowers which are on top of Mother Yashoda's head, they also started having a conversation again. They divided themselves into two groups. One group was supporting Mother Yashoda, one group was supporting Krishna. The group of flowers on top of Mother Yashoda's head who was supporting Mother Yashoda said, this boy needs to be punished. You cannot leave him. And the other group who was supporting Krishna, they started saying, after all, he's just a small boy. Why? Just let him go. After all, he's Krishna. The group who was supporting Mother Yashoda, they said, let us help Mother Yashoda. How can we help Mother Yashoda? We should jump off the head of Mother Yashoda and reduce her weight. Because if we reduce the weight, her speed will increase. So they jumped off Mother Yashoda's head. The other group who was supporting Krishna, they said that we cannot be seen disloyal to Krishna. If Krishna sees us on top of Mother Yashoda's head, he will think we are on Mother Yashoda's side. So let us also jump off Krishna's head. So all the flowers jumped off Krishna's head. And because the flowers jumped off, Mother Yashoda's speed increased. She started running faster. And finally, she got Krishna with his arm. And both of them stood there, Mother Yashoda with the stick raised, looking at each other, panting for a second. Now Krishna had never known fear in his life. But when he looked at Mother Yashoda in this way, he started crying and sobbing and sobbing. He started crying. His lips were shivering. The kajal which was in his eyes had formed black patches on his face. Mother Yashoda said, whatever it is, I cannot leave him. I must punish him. It so happened that this chase of Mother Yashoda was so much that they had come outside Nanda Bhavan. They were no more in the house now. They were outside Nanda Bhavan. And outside Nanda Bhavan, there was another ukhal which was unused. So Mother Yashoda said, this is perfect. I will punish him by tying him to the ukhal. So she came there, she dragged Krishna over there, made him stand near the ukhal, and she was looking for some rope. She could not find any rope. So she took out a ribbon from her head, the ribbon which was used to plait her hair, and she tried to tie up Krishna. But because the ribbon was short, she could not tie up. So she told the maidservants, go and get some rope from inside the kitchen. So the maidservants went inside the kitchen and they started having a conversation. We cannot take rough rope because this rope is going to tie Krishna's belly. So we need soft rope. So they started looking for soft rope, and they came out with the soft rope and they gave it to Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda took that rope and started binding Krishna. But when she came to the end to tie the knot, she realized it was 2 fingers too short. 2 fingers too short. She could not bind Krishna. So she told the maidservants, go back inside the house, get more rope and come, get more rope and come. So the maidservants rushed inside the house, and whatever rope they could find, the ropes which were used for hanging the pots, the ropes which were used for hanging the clothes, any kind of rope, they got it outside and they gave it to Mother Yashoda. By now, all the Brijvasis had started gathering over there to watch this Leela. And they were all looking at each other and chattering. Mother Yashoda took all the ropes which had been brought outside and made them into a big rope line. A big rope line. And she started binding Krishna again. When she started binding Krishna again, and when she came to the end to tie the knot, again it was 2 fingers too short. It was 2 fingers too short. She couldn't bind Krishna. So she told all the maidservants over there, go to the cow shed. How many cows are there in Nanda Bhavan? 9 lakh cows. Get all the ropes from there. Get all the ropes which are over there and come back. So all the maidservants, they rushed into the cow shed and they collected all the ropes from the cows and they brought it out. Now there were ropes of various sizes. There were red ropes, green ropes, big ropes, small ropes, and Mother Yashoda was tying all the ropes. By now the crowd of Brijvasis over there had grown more and more. They had all forgotten that it is Deepavali. They were all celebrating another festival here, the rope festival. Mother Yashoda was tying the rope, 9 lakh rope she made into a huge long string. And again she started tying Krishna. And then she tied and she tied and she tied and she came to the end. Again it was 2 fingers too short. All the Brijvasis over there were wondering, what is happening here? What is this unique Leela which is happening over here today? And they were all enjoying. Actually, by now, the Leela had started in the morning, it had already become afternoon. But the Brijvasis were not complaining, because all they wanted was to be in the presence of Krishna. So they were all very happy over there, looking at Krishna, enjoying this Leela. Mother Yashoda was sweating, but her determination was still there. She told all the Brijvasis, go into your houses. Get all the ropes from there also. All the Brijvasis ran to their houses, brought all the ropes in Vrindavan and stacked it over there. Again Mother Yashoda, although she was tired, she started tying one by one the rope, and she made a long rope. And then she started tying Krishna one by one with that rope. Again and again with the rope. But again when she came to the end, it was 2 fingers too short. She could not bind Krishna. Nobody can bind Krishna. And Mother Yashoda stood over there, huffing and puffing, sweating. And Krishna is standing there with a mischievous smile. And now, Mother Yashoda, when she's standing over there, one of her drops of sweat falls on Krishna's cheeks. Falls on Krishna's cheeks. And Lord Krishna thinks, now this is enough. This is enough. My mother is so determined to tie me. This is enough. Now I should do something. But before he could do anything, a small hand came between him and Mother Krishna. A small tender hand belonging to a small girl. This hand belonged to Srimati Radharani. And she had removed her ribbon and she was giving it to Mother Yashoda to tie. She removed her ribbon and she gave it to Mother Yashoda to tie. Mother Yashoda took that last ribbon over there and she tried to touch that gap which was there, the 2 fingers too short. She caught both the ends and she tied it up, and finally Krishna was completely tied. Finally Krishna was completely tied, and Mother Yashoda shouted, Damodara! Damodara! Damo means, what does Damo mean? Rope. And Udara means belly. So Damodara! All the Vijwasis over there started shouting, Damodara! Damodara! What did they shout? Damodara! Damodara! What did they shout? Damodara! So this is the festival of Radha Damodar. This month of Kartik, this Leela took place on Deepavali Day. And we specially offer a ghee lamp to the picture of Radha Damodar, of Yashoda Damodar on this day. It is said that if one offers a single ghee lamp to the picture of Yashoda Damodar on this day, the sins which one has committed for janmas, millions of janmas, are eradicated. Have you heard this before? If one offers one ghee lamp to the picture of Radha Damodar on this day, the sins which one have committed for millions of lifetimes are eradicated. But for a devotee of Krishna, this is not so important. Yes, sins are eradicated. But why does the devotee of Krishna offer a lamp to Krishna? He offers a lamp to Krishna to develop his eternal relationship with the Lord. He takes this as one more opportunity to develop his relationship with Krishna. So Prabhujis and Matajis, this is the month of Damodar. We will now offer ghee lamp to Krishna. And when we offer a ghee lamp to Krishna, I request you to please meditate on this question. Are you offering the ghee lamp to Krishna because you want your sins to be eradicated? Or you are offering the ghee lamp to Krishna because you want to develop that eternal relationship with Krishna? So please meditate on that question and offer the ghee lamp. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the nice class.